In the top right corner of Everdream, as the blue Protoss, it's Harstem. And in the bottom left, as the red Zerg, it's Reynor. Okay, so we're just gonna throw this out there, right? So Harstem is definitely the underdog in this fight. Harstem is also a 6900 MMR Protoss. So what we're talking about is like two people at the top of their game. But how do I even want to word this? Okay, so Reynor is like a god. Harstem is a titan. Can a titan beat a god? Yeah, sure. But you're always going to favor Reynor. So this is going to be the story of how can Harstem overcome the Italian Zerg. Okay, Harstem is trusting in the Stargate. It worked well enough against a laser. Why not try it against Reynor? Reynor is going to scout this. Twilight Council, building in the main for Harstem. Cancellation on the third, very well-timed Ling attack by Reynor, hitting around the 429 mark. If any of you Zergs in the chat are taking notes. And of course, Harstem going into Resonating Glaive behind this, because it's 2020, and he's a Protoss player. Reynor attempting to sneak some lings into the net. Sees the stalker in the wall and coolly swings to the third and, you know, is just like totally okay with backing out here. The Oracle debating whether or not to spend its energy on killing the lings. Adepts threatening here from Harstem. Beautiful force field. Sentry is actually inside of the force field. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it was totally immune from damage. Reynor is just going to take a fourth. 225 mark.
Meow.
Zteric. I think that Chiteric. I know CZ is like a ch sound. I don't know how that works with the T. Anyway, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. 3 drones going down. Harstem is going to zone out these lings of Reynor. Reynor going up to 75 workers. And this is very different from what we see most Zergs do against Protoss. So, right now, against Protoss, it's, oh my god, Reynor's taking an 8-minute 5th. Right now, the meta is for Zergs to go for a Roach Ravager attack off of 45 or 60 drones and try to deal significant damage to the Protoss. Sure, you can transition to the late game after that, but we're seeing Lingbane Ravager out of Reynor off of an astounding 80 drones. Connects all 4 biles with the Oracle. It's going to collapse on the Adepts of Harstem. Dropper Lord going into Harstem's third. Just 4 Banelings. Just 4. Oh! A dozen drones go down to just the first 2 Banelings. The attack at the third, a little bit less successful. Harstem is trying to max out. Reynor building a huge bank, getting up a spire. +2 melee about to finish, +2 ranged on the way. Pretty big storms go down on a lot of these lings and roaches, which will soften them up, but I don't think Harstem has enough to engage this right now. 13 more probes go down. Reynor getting an increasingly gigantic bank behind this. And he's going to have Ling attack speed, so if he needs to just spam Lings for a while, he can absolutely do that. Fortunately, this engagement taking place a little bit too early for Reynor to take advantage of his upgrade lead. There we go. Upgrade's finished up, but a lot of units gone off the field for Reynor temporarily. The Spire going down would have been pretty big, but, I mean, hey, Reynor's not using it anyway, and he did save it. Oh, the Bile just misses the Archons, but there's still enough for Reynor to defend here. 18 drones are lost. Harstem gets pretty cleaned up. And this is going to be a hard defense against the eventual onslaught of Reynor. I don't know why Reynor is sticking to, you know, Baneling Ravager tech. He could be going into Broodlords, he could be going into that Hive tech-based army, but he's just not. Comes another Dropper Lord. Harstem's gonna warp in. Couple Zealots. Both players see the other's moves. Reynor able to get a cancel on Harstem's 5th. I'm just enjoying this with the camera work. Like, okay, so Reynor engaged, Biles are happening, charge lot, run by, into the main of Reynor. Harstem backing out with the Warp Prism. Reynor ready to pounce on this attempted 5th of Harstem. Or the 4th. Could go into the 4th as well. The Mothership should be enough to deflect this for now. And Harstem is going into Mass Tempest. Well, I don't know about Mass Tempest. He's going into Tempest, for sure. Five pretty big storms going off on the Ravagers, but a lot of them do survive. Harstem beginning a long siege of Reynor's 4th base. We actually saw a time warp. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your one for the month. Your single time warp coupon is cashed in. Storm going down on the Zerg army, going to soften it up a little bit, but it's going to take a few more. Finish this off. Reynor has spent his bank, though. He has a couple Broodlords on the field, not too many. I don't know why Harstem isn't target firing down the Overseer. GG is called. I'm so used to saying it, man. On the right. I can't even say on the right. Okay, as the blue Zerg, it's Reynor. And as the red Protoss, it's Harstem. So, I mean, Purity and Industry is one of the most unique maps in our current pool. We have these good game design zones that slow your units by a certain percentage. So this is actually twice the distance between these two bases. It's twice as long as it appears on the map, is what I'm trying to say. Because these are going to slow your air units by like 50%. But I don't think that I've seen any Zerg vs. Protoss pro level games on this map. I think I might have casted like 1 or 2. But Zergs are really liking Roach Ravager attacks. However, it's mostly against Terran that you see them go down. Mutaplay is also pretty big. Protosses like their Warp Prisms, so... Now, we did see, during the most recent... The name of the most recent tournament on Afrika TV is eluding me. But we did see a... I want to say it was SOS? No, it wasn't SOS. Was it, though? Anyway, a Protoss hit a high-level Zerg with a 2-carrier timing on this map. Harstem is once again going Stargate, but we know he likes his Masked Phoenix. Alright, 1 probe kicked off already. That's going to be 2, 3. I bet he gets 5. Six probes picked off by Reynor in the first wave of Lings. Harstem tries to send in an Oracle. The Queens just kind of bully it away before it can even get out of the slow zone. It's gonna shark around to Reynor's third. It should... well... I guess it can burn down the Spore Crawler if it wants to. It doesn't want to. Forge at a Twilight Council going down for Harstem as he takes his third. So this is going to be a macro play from our Protoss. I think Reynor... okay, no. Reynor's flooding out 20 Lings. Yeah, there's 2 Oracles in the air. He can't really engage against that wall. He can crash into the third, though. Yeah, I think he's F2ing his army right now, actually. Oh, he's gonna Dropper Lord through the slow zone. Wow, look at that speed reduction. So stupid. Sorry, guys. Okay, there's the Queen drop. Here come the Lings. This is a high IQ play from Reynor. Oh, Lings hitting at the third as well. This is disgusting. Reynor behind this, getting 9 more drones out. Harstem's trying to figure out what to do. Down goes +1. That's not going to finish anytime soon. Harstem remaking his tech at the third, but there's Lings here and they can totally pounce on those buildings if they want to. I guess Reynor didn't want to engage with the Sentry energy being there. Charge is under threat now as well. The single Archon can't engage this many Queens, especially with this much transfuse. Even with the Zealot shield. Yeah, well, Harstem's stuck committing now. There goes the Archon. Reynor is showing absolutely no mercy. Thinks about pushing into the Nat. He's going to shut down Charge instead. And remember, as devastating as this attack is, Reynor is not all in. Reynor is not remotely all in. He's ahead 16 workers in taking a 4th base against the Protosses too. GG is called. And as the blue Zerg, it's Reynor. And in the bottom left, as the red Protoss, it's Harstem. Harstem has been taken to match point by Reynor. Can he turn this around and take a game? Eternal Empire has been in the map pool for quite some time. Will Harstem have an established strategy that he can use against Reynor? Or some data, you know, from watching Reynor play on this map in the past that he can use against him? God, you know, it's always so interesting to watch Reynor play because there's how everybody else plays. Literally everybody else on Earth, that's a Zerg player. And then there's how Reynor and Serral play, which is just they play like Reynor and Serral. It's you don't do this. This isn't the meta. This is just what they do because they have the ability and skill to execute it. And, you know, there's obviously the two Koreans that are around their level, which are Rogue and Dark. But even still, it looks totally different when Reynor or Serral throw out their playstyles. And that can be an issue for a player like Harstem, who is used to facing this very European style of Zerg that goes for these timing attacks in the mid-game. And Harstem knows how to deal with that, you know? He doesn't know how to deal with a Zerg who is just like 100% perfect on their timings, totally fluid, and at the same time, like, in control of the map and the game at all times. Okay, 2 adepts on the field and a third on away. Wow, on a way? How about on the way? This could be a Glaives play with a third base for Harstem. Here comes the third base. Maybe not with the Glaives. Harstem attempts to move in with his oracles and is denied. Single kill on the oracles. Wing attack is attempted and is not successful from Reynor. Overseer will get picked off eventually. Maybe. There it goes. Reynor going up to 5 bases. It looks like he wants to... No. Okay, he's just going to sit on 4 for now. Getting up a Spire. And he's going to take this into the late game. Charge about to hit the field for the Protoss, as well as ground weapons. Harstem crashes into the Zerg fourth with power overwhelming. Reynor already threw down another hatch, but this is going to set the blue Zerg a little bit behind. Reynor, kiting back on creep, is going to be able to keep dishing out damage to the well, he's choosing not to. Okay. Reinforcements are about to pop. The Roach Warren's a little bit exposed over here. Reynor's getting some Ravagers, playing it cool. Letting Harstem poke into his third. 18 probes have gone down in the back to the Mutalisk. Oh no. Harstem is up to 26, 30, 32 probe deaths. He's all in here, and there's just not... are there, though? Are there enough Archons to break through? No! Harstem backs off! There's no transitioning out of this for the red Protoss. I mean, sure, he dropped a 4th, but... this is way too much damage, I think. These two Zealots are playing Slay the Spire, if you know what I mean. It's because they were attacking the Spire. Okay, so... Reynor splashes into the Protoss 4th. More units threatening at Harstem's natural. They can't break through here, though. Oh, and Archon goes down. 'Tis not good. Harstem is doing the best he can with the limited resources that he has. The Muta are ready to play another round. Phoenix move in to intercept. Oh, Reynor backs off, leaving the Nexus with 2 HP. Does he think it died? The Muta get another 25 probe kills behind this. Oh, Harstem gave up on microing the Phoenix. That means the ground defense is going to melt here. Not even another Muta will go down. Harstem microing his remaining Archons as best he can, but GG is called, and Reynor takes the grand finals 3-0. He's going to be taking home $100.